don't know. Sorry, guys. Hey, data is a struggle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Snapchat is the devil of data.
You go eat up all your data.
Snapchat will chow all your data, guys. I think we didn't have much data.
Okay, let's just get back to it, so that we don't get caught up in the.
Well, let people come back.
Yeah, but then they're coming back.
13.
They're coming back.
They're coming back slowly but surely. What up? Snapchat is the devil of data. If you want some proper entertainment, go to our Snapchat. Forgotten Son. It's steamy. It's entertaining. Today we're talking about cyberbullying. I'm with Mutsa movement that's going on. All right, cool. We got enough people watching.
Oh, there's Yokai. Good.
There's Yokai.
Awesome.
So let's add Yokai back. My brother Yokai, I apologize. You got cut off. So let's get back to the program.
We need to be done with this as soon as possible.
Brother Yokai, I apologize.
Okay. No. You're saying that my model lakudara munchiri wafana. Misati manyangara kudara.
Tachembera.
One thing I was saying, I have a beautiful daughter. She will never model. Indaka win Mr. MSU 2007, Diok MSU University.
Yes.
Midlands. Someone is very brutal. It's brutal.
Very brutal. Might I just say that in 2007, MSU guys were ugly as shit. I might start by bullying you.
It's not cyberbullying. No, Zodichi. Taito patraining pedu takatwetuswa na anzani Osli Muringayo. I think Miss Zim tourism or something. And she was honest. Akataura kuti no one is perfect. Everyone has got my features. Everyone has my features. Everyone has my features. All you try to do is accentuate your features. In that I used to work out so per beach way and I got to this shit. Those guys don't do in this my 6-pack.
Oh God.
But what I say is, in the street, we are all beautiful. But if you go on stage, Shamari, that's something else. You get ugly very fast. And ugly, it's a word that we use for modeling because it's a beauty pageant. It's either you're ugly or you're beautiful. Or you're medium or whatever. That's why I'm what you win.
So how do you feel about people who say, Mr. Yokai, that I have very constructive criticism, you must be nice to people who want to be adored and just tell them nicely, no, change your hair color and be nice. You see, I don't want to live in a world where everyone is polite. I want to live in a world where people are, if we are champions of freedom of speech, let people have the absolute freedoms to say what they want. Because I'm telling you now, me coming on this live feed and bringing my girl on this live feed in front of you people, I am saying to you, judge us at your leisure, because we are crying for your attention.
If we want in on the position of power, and you know President Mnangagwa, anyone I know that he's in a position of power. If you're in position of power, miss whatever. You are in a position of power. Your past is going to come back. Your everything, and everyone is free to judge because you're a servant. And people, and
also, not just a servant. You're also a person who has stood Pamberi Peva and what did Tari say?
To my name.
You're the person who has stood there and said to people, judge me, right? Because people are looking for attention now. I promise you this, if I didn't want people to judge me, or people to listen to me, or people to interface and engage with me, then I wouldn't do live feeds.
Exactly.
I would need people from out to tower. But the fact that we're out here talking to each other on these public platforms, what we're doing is we're asking each other to judge, robustly argue with each other. Now, I know you sound American. I know those people exist.
Mistake
but
mistake iri kuita vanhu vari kufunga kuti musikana uyo ari kunzi akashata. In the street kusangana naye muHarare haana kushata, atori bo. But when you are talking Miss Zimbabwean standards, you want to talk about your sister. We knew your sister, and I think she was one of the best Miss Zim we ever had.
I agree.
Because kana wazoenda pakuti wakudaita Miss Zimbabwe, iwo ma standards do atoku measure manje. We are not judging her as a person. Kana unless kana before pane munhu akamboenda pa profile yake akangoti munhu yakashata, then that's cyberbullying. She came to us.
I think let's also talk about mitigating factors of being cyberbullied. Can people know where the button block, remove friend exist? You will not put yourself in these spaces. Go and open up your social media to indulge in that. People are saying negative things to you to a point where you want to kill yourself because you continuously open your phone. Kana zvadaroka, take your phone, dump it in the toilet, or take it and put it in the rice jar, and then come back when you're feeling better about yourself.
Yeah,
so I think there's a lot of putting responsibility on people about how to control our opinions is becoming a difficult thing. If you cannot handle what people say about you, which we always talk about, that the moment you find it very difficult, Zima phone, when you're now calm, collected, and back into your senses, then we'll joke.
But
because this space will never be kind to anyone.
Mr. MSU. Waitoti kana wakubuda murumu mako ndandambojairo ndaingosibuda chero ndisina kugeza kozi paya pavha, but kubva pandakahwina waizwa kuti vanhu vanenge vari pamawindo achiti Mr. MSU, Mr. kwakutogezwa and inonzi image, and people are going to say what they want. Ndakaenda kunokolekta maphotos angu ka ndikaona atengwa nevasikana ese.
Jesus.
Saka it was right to confirm something. Pamwe dai ndakawanawo vanhu vakatukirirawo what was all those zvitoitika. So you have to take criticism. Kana kuita constructive criticism akuziva kuti modeling haisi yake.
Mr. Yokai, thank you very much for joining us. You know what? If I was gay, I totally would kiss you on the mouth.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Yokai.
You're a beautiful man. You're beautiful, Mr. MSU.
Don't that shit
right. Bobo. Thanks, my brother.
I think let's also be conscious of what criticism is. There's a problem of people trying to make things sound nice. Criticism as a word is enough as it is. Critical analysis of anything. Critical analysis may be good, bad, or anything. So stop saying constructive criticism. There's nothing like that.
Right. Nigel has brought up the biggest point that I was going to bring up. And thank you, Nigel, for bringing this up. I think the elephant in the room is mental illness and depression in our culture. Want to kill yourself over comments is an earmark of mental instability. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I have met Nigel, and I'm going to try and add you, my brother. I don't know if you can join us, but please do if you can. Having worked in the mental health institutions in the UK for a long time, I can tell you that we live in a weird world. A world that validates us through likes, through dislikes. A world that people can love us immediately or hate us immediately. A world where we can have a fun moment and take a picture of it and share it with 7 billion people instantly. We live in a new world. It's a new world. And I don't think any of us are prepared for this new world. Now, as parents and as people of responsibility, we now need to also understand that trying to police the internet, police how other people feel and think, how other people behave, is not logical. We have to police the way we think and how we behave. So if I throw a picture of my kids up online, and then some guy comes and makes dirty comments about my daughters on that picture, first of all, I must take responsibility as a father for putting that picture up. First thing. Second thing is, I must take responsibility of protecting my children from those comments. So delete the comments, block the people who say those things, and move on. The third thing is, you must always be cognitive that human beings are not inherently nice things. Right? So for example, you see a woman who is prettier than you and you're a woman, chances are you will say she's got ugly ears. Because human beings like to find the faults in other people. Now, lesser men than me, you know, these mere mortal men who come to my feed, when they cannot defeat me intellectually or defeat me in my points, the first thing they say is, "Anti my fuck too much. He sounds anti-American to English too much." You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. We find things to attack each other on all the time. So the internet is not there to be nice to you. The internet is not there to be your personal bastion of glory. Could you put a picture and just get everyone to say, "Oh, you're so pretty, you're so nice, you're so this"? That's not what the internet is there for.
Yeah, it's never going to be kind to you. And I think I'll have to repeat that police yourself. Police yourself. From so many theories of the world, feminism to patriarchy to cyberbullying to everything, you will never ever control another human being. That's why when Mugabe's regime had to control, they had to use violence, they had to use force. You can never, unless if you have a way of controlling people, but you can't control the way people think, you can't control the way people talk, you can only control how you receive it, right? So let us always be very careful of what we want. There is no way you are going to expect people to always be on your side. I know also even the angling that Mia expected us to come with for this conversation was, oh, we stand with Muta. Muta, if you can handle, or if Mia can't handle it for you, Mia should get off the internet.
Thank you.
If you, Muta, cannot handle how the internet is talking to you, get off that space, shut your phone down. Life is easier when you're off social media, and when the FOMO kicks in, come back, and whoever is going to be the topic next, trust me, Olinda going to have something, Kuda going to have something, AC Lumumba on the 1st of April going to have something. So don't worry, the attention is not always going to be on you. There's always going to be somebody who's going to give the internet something to talk about.
Mr. D, what up?
What up, Kuda? Zuri say? Kuda shangwari nandichikisadza kumba wemunhu kunze kwamai vangu inini shangwari. Saka I've got no obligation to be nice to anyone, bro. And we have to realize, bro, if you put your face up on something where people can look at it and judge it, you cannot then come and complain, bro. Even if you have it. The fact that you posed for the picture and you don't know what the picture is, how, what, and where. That's got nothing to do with me. If I see a picture, I can like it, I cannot like it, I can comment, I cannot comment. This is why we have keyboard warriors. Bro, if we're to say that everybody who posts a picture and has negative comments is going to kill themselves, bro, we would have nobody left. Because we do have horrible human beings in this world, whether we like it or not. So you have to be open to criticism. I understand there's a movement for Mutsa and all that jazz, but we need to be realistic, bro. Where you post you and your girlfriend, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I follow you on Snapchat and everything, and to a certain point, it actually makes me sick the way you guys are so in love with each other. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I'm like, fuck these two. You know what I'm saying? Because I need some of that in my life too. You know what I'm saying? But to a certain extent, Kudaga, you put yourselves up there, and anyone can say what they want. That's their choice. You cannot control how people think and feel about certain things, period.
And you know what, my brother? I feel like I'm being cyberbullied into talking about cyberbullying.
No, Kuda, and I won't lie to you.
I don't actually give a fuck. Because if somebody is if someone is such an egomaniac that they want to be called the most beautiful human being on earth, for example, give me the opportunity to tell them that they're not. Right now, I understand that this young girl is a child. Where is the parents? Where are the parents at? Why would you put your child up for that kind of scrutiny without the mental fortitude to support that kind of pressure? Now, this is my position as a man, because I believe in harsh reality and harsh talking. I don't pussyfoot around issues. Even our public leaders who are touchy. When we say fuck you to them, are we saying that we shouldn't cyberbully our president? Because it's not nice to say that it's not nice to say that we don't give a shit whether you went to church or not. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Where do we draw the line? I believe in a free society where we can say whatever the fuck we like. And if you can't live in that free society, fuck off.
But you know what, guys? I'm going to double dutch a bit here, right? Netai says more kindness and learning not to judge others will make the world a better place, right? But let's also try to let's not put things in a point of positionality. I know it's very hard for you guys because you guys know how to defend yourselves, right? What happens to the weak people that can't defend themselves?
Do not go on social media if you don't know how to defend yourself.
Yes.
Do not go on social media if you do not know how to defend yourself.
Okay, how do you practice? Like I said earlier in the other live video, there are two kinds of people on the internet: assholes and pathetic people, right? How do assholes become a little more humane to the pathetic people?
Listen,
so that the pathetic people
social
can
media
move
is not
closer
going
to
to change an asshole. You can educate an asshole to you've educated an asshole. If someone wants to be an asshole, they're going to be an asshole. You have to. These are principles of life. This never going to change.
But how do we practice kindness? Is what I'm asking you. Can you practice kindness?
Can I engage with you for a second?
Yeah.
Right. You know what, Khan? The reason why we exist as humanity, the reason why your bloodline exists, is because of survival of the fittest. Right? I'm a strong believer in evolution, right? So the reason why the lion is the king of the jungle is because he evolved claws and teeth. The reason why the elephant was because he got bigger. The giraffe managed to get taller to eat the food the other animals couldn't eat, right? So we adapt, we evolve. Now, on the internet, there's many different types of people. You are never very vocal online. You never used to come online and talk, right? But then you have a Pastor Ivan who did. Now, Pastor Ivan did not start the message of this flag. A lot of other people did, but Pastor Ivan managed to get to more people. And then from the more people, then you have people like Promise Mukwanati who can take it to the street and then actually fight with the cops for it. Like, we evolve our positions in this society. And I believe that if you are too weak to survive in the society, then you must be cowed. You should not be a part of the discourse because you are bringing us down as humanity. I don't believe in any way that a person who stands and says, look at me, they should then be offended when we say, fuck you, right? Now, I'm not saying anyone should say fuck you to Muta per se. This is a broader discussion about the way we all look for attention on these social media platforms.
Ourselves included.
Ourselves included, right? We have to also self-regulate. So if Olinda Chapo comes online and cries, and then we all start following her channel, right? And then all of a sudden people start body shaming her. Olinda handled it like a queen because she understood that with the positive, let's go AC, go OC, comes the negative. Oh, you're fat, you're this, you're this. Now, you have to remember that me and Olinda are close. She's my sister. But even I, at the very beginning, said some horrible shit about her. And this is purely because Tana was my man's and so forth. You see what I'm saying? So we are in a position where I wasn't cyberbullying Olinda. I was just siding with my homie at the time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is, despite the fact that I was managing Titan and all these kind of things. So it's like, am I a cyber bully? No, I was a human being with an opinion. And at the time, I felt that the attention and the, airing out dirty laundry in public was bad. However, I look at myself now where I live so openly online, and I realize that sometimes airing out clean laundry is as bad as airing out dirty laundry. So you can't then say, you see, so if my man says, I see you on Snapchat and it makes me sick sometimes, it's a fair point.
Of course, no, listen. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes,
no, I know you're not hating.
It's not because
I know you're not
it's just one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is a cute couple, and I wish I had that. But there are days, dude, yeah, where I just like I'm scrolling through my Snapchat. I don't really want to see you all loved up. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of shit. I gotta accept that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for you, my nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a different you altogether. But as far as I'm concerned, this is one of those topics that you see, even judging people, Kuda. If this was someone who was homosexual, would the response be the same?
No.
Yeah,
why?
we would have been calling them everything
else. Because Zimbabweans they've got what you call selective outrage. So for example,
we want free speech with the government, but we don't want free speech with each other.
So for example, when people go online and call Grace Mugabe a whore, a slut, a bitch, no one says, oh no, but she's a mother. Oh, no, but she's also a human being. No one defends her because she's a pariah, she's a persona non grata. So we are selectively outrageous. Now, that's why I'm saying social justice warriors are hypocrites. I think they're hypocrites. In the sense that you will see the same. For example, I'll give you an example. Monachiera says here, we cannot condone cyberbullying. Of course, we can't control how trolls behave, but that doesn't mean we should stop raising awareness regarding the issue. I want you to go and find all of Monachiera's comments. I want you to find when she doesn't agree with you, when she thinks that you're part of Well, if you think that you're part of ZANU-PF, or if you think that you don't suck the balls of Morgan Tsvangirai, the cancerous balls, she will troll you badly. And until it fits her little narrative. And I love Monachera, but don't be a fucking hypocrite. Who else is talking? Just because control bullies doesn't mean it's okay. Fine.
Let's admit cyberbullying is not okay. But we can't control 7 billion people, but you can control yourself. No one's gonna control the world for you. Control yourself. And I've never told you I disagree with you in a helpful way.
I feel sometimes you cyberbully me. Start a campaign. I'm with you, Kuda. Hey, D, my nigga. Thank you so much, my brother. See you on
problem,
Snapchat.
Man. I'll catch up with you later today. All right, take care,
Bless up, homie. I feel cyberbullied by Monachera. Monachera bullies me.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand your point. It's a fair point. But we can't control
like we said, that control yourself. The world can't be controlled.
Okay, my mother, Merindoro, is watching right now. Merindoro was the woman who held up a sign saying, it's not yet time to remove sanctions. When the army took over, she's the one who went to the embassy and held up a sign saying it's not yet time to remove sanctions. I remember what you Zimbabweans said about her that day. What you horrible Zimbabweans, what you said about her. My God. Bruv, you can be called ugly countless times.
You have called me ugly countless times because of my love for Savi.
I've never called you ugly. I've never ever called you ugly, Monachera. I've never called you ugly. I've called you other things. I've called you hypocritical. I may have even called you stupid, but I've never called you ugly. I think you're quite fine, and I don't even have to be drunk to give you one. If you can't handle social media, if you can't handle social media, then stay away from it.
That's true, Vicky.
You're a genius.
Simple thing. I think, guys, let's wrap up this conversation. What are the things that we're taking out of this whole cyberbullying thing? Because if firstly you have suicidal tendencies, go see a therapist. Get yourself off spaces that are negative for your health.
Yep.
And take care of you. Nobody in this world is gonna take care of you than you.
Preach.
If your parents, if your kids are on social media, stop giving your kids access to things that you yourself cannot control. And if they cannot handle it, if they're not strong enough, then don't put them in those spaces. Parents, tell your children how beautiful they are every day until they believe it. Even if they look like a Dachka, tell them, because they're your children. Nobody's going to do you that favor. So if you need to parent, don't parent via social media. And stop policing people on these internets. You will never win. Even ZRP will not be able to do that.
I've got a few more things. Don't post for pictures that you don't know where they're going to go or the motives of the person taking the picture. Number 2, don't post pictures of yourself if you do not want people to have the full ability to either like or dislike them. Don't do it, right? You post a picture up, you're giving people the right to say whatever they like, because this is the fucking internet. Right? Number 3, if you do not like things that Kuda says because he says fuck and shit and cunt too many times in the day, do not subscribe to my channel. I'm not a nice guy. I'm only nice to my girl because she's so beautiful and I love her so much.
Thank you. Wait until I mess up. Then I'm going to hear all about the cunts and the fucks of the world. But also, so Yokai says, but guys, let's learn to use private settings. If you don't want to be trolled, if we jump into the public domain, trolls are waiting. Also, I have a challenge for Muta because I feel like everybody is talking on your behalf, and this positionality space that we've put ourselves in for you is not fair. Come out in the world and tell us how you feel or how you don't give a fuck about whatever was said, because we'd really appreciate that. Everyone, I stand up with Muta. I tried to look into your profile, Muta. If you're gonna watch this, anyone who knows her, please tag her. If you can come out on social media and tell us that you can handle this, then we can put this issue to rest. And if you can't,
child, though. It's a child.
No, my nigga, you know what? Tim can handle herself. Jen can handle herself, and if you say nothing, you know she's gonna block you. That's why you are not on her page. That's why you're not on her Snap, so you're not on her Instagram. Because like, Daddy, I don't want you there. She can tell you that, right?
Yeah, but then
if she can't do it, let us have evidence that she went to me and said, I need help. There's this whole thing that we're trying to be saviors of people who don't want to be saved. Can we stop doing that? Can we stop doing that? And let's stop being hypocrites.
Does anyone want us to add them before we go? Ladies and gentlemen, one more chance, one more person. One more person. Does anyone want us to?
She appeared on me as like, hey guys, it was 2 hours long.
2 hours long? Jesus H Christ. I might have to go watch that Mia Live thing. But
maybe
listen,
it was 2 hours long.
My father told me this is our final takeaway from this. Our sober takeaway. Never drink poison to kill your enemy. Never drink poison to kill your enemy. You cannot say, I am so hurt by what you've done to me, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I am so hurt by what you've done to me that I'm going to kill you. That's what you must do. Oh, she's 21. Adult. That nigga's an adult nigga.
I mean, we go see a therapist. Go see one. Go see one. We go to a therapist. There's nothing. So it's not a shameful thing. Go see somebody. Pay somebody to talk to.
I had a mortgage in London at 21. Jesus. Anyone else with anything to say?
Yeah. Well, I doubt we're ever going to have that. So, guys, those are our takeaways. If you cannot handle the social media space, get off it. The world is not a kind place. There is no way we're going to police people. We can only police ourselves, inclusive of Kuda. You have to police yourself about calling women cunts and whatever. And yeah,
I just don't. There's
a few women who understand.
Social justice warriors are a problem.
I'm just saying, police yourself.
I've never, ever in my life just went and said you're a cunt, right? It's always about interaction. I mean, we human beings, we interact. So if I see something that gives me a rise,
Monachi, and after all these comments, you're gonna say, "What's the story behind this issue?"
Monachi, that's a troll.
Oh, Monachi, please Google the hashtag I'm with Muta. That's the story behind it. There's a lady called Mia Tani. She is the one that is pushing for this agenda. Movement, and we thought we should talk about it because she hollered and it's like, yeah, no, you guys, and we've been my dear lovely husband, he has been tagged as a cyberbully. Don't worry, guys.
And I'm not a cyberbully.
I'm scrapping
I promise you I'm not a cyberbully.
Some of that cyberbully nonsense.
But yeah,
stay away from spaces that are hurtful for you.
I'm not a cyberbully. I'm a nice guy generally. I got my children. I love my kids.
You also get cyberbullied.
I get cyberbullied also. People talk a lot of rubbish about me. I've been called fat. I've been called ugly.
I'll definitely do that.
I like being called fat and ugly because I get to kiss this every day. So I'm the fat ugly guy who kisses that. So I'm not gonna kill myself. You can kill yourself hating me.
Yeah, it's done. I think we're done now.
I think we're done now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us.
Have a lovely day.
It has been the Tea Party.
And we are not angry anymore.
We're
too happy to be angry.
We're talking about cyberbullying, and we don't believe you can police the internet. So we believe you must police
yourself.